and then somebody says Hook is some fucking girl says on Twitter, Hook is what? Stokely, I hate your ball ass so much. And then Big Stoke on Twitter goes, wow, Hook will pay for his crimes. It was confirmed that there was a forearm fracture which required a cast. I am distraught. I rolled dice with my left hand, so I'm please don't make me sue this company, Tony Khan. Please, you know that a portrait of your father that's hanging in your office? Well, once I own this company, I'm replacing it with a big ass photo of James Brown. Yep. Every time you see the Godfather of Soul sweating in drug fueled rage at the Apollo, you're gonna think of me. Sounds pretty miserable, bro. Do the right thing. Punish this little bastard Hook and write me a fat check. By the way, here's a photo of me with my best friend Al Sharpton. It means absolutely nothing, by the way. Blushing face. But somebody tweeted, he tweeted, Hook is a piece of shit, and then somebody tweeted this. Some woman, I dated a 5'8" guy who taunt every jack. Oh wait, I dated a 5'8" guy who taunt every jacked. 6'3" bro he met until they pulled their first back to beat him up. Whereupon my ex would go, hey, come on. I'm a little guy. I'm just a little guy. No, it's just also my birthday. I'm a birthday boy. It somehow always worked. And then Stokely just quote tweets it. Fuck you. Tony Brown, but who the fuck's in the background? It's Hook. It's fucking Hook. And then he's getting twerked on by some fucking broad. My t-shirt money is now in the ass crack of some fucking stripper. So thanks, Hook. But I don't. But Jesus Christ, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Clip it.
Oh, but
actually, hey, it worked out in the long run.
I actually do hope they make another season actually, because I would love to see the American Dragon on Total Bellas start memeing on John Laurinaitis. You have live footage of John Laurinaitis in his living room calling somebody in his underwear saying, "Hey, bud, you fired."
What did Max Caster say about me?
Like I'm embarrassed the fact that I'm hosting a post show for this crap.
I'm proud of you, Carl. I love this.
We did our Valentine's Day post of Hooked on You, but it was mainly for Jamie Hayter and only Jamie Hayter.
It's not right. It's not right. I'm trying to build an account and we get this bullshit on the account. Great. But
also follow a simp account.
Okay. Okay, but here's the thing, because those people, this is networking.
We actually follow.
You got
it was a business decision.
It's a business. You have to follow these people. This is like following. If you want a Stan account, you got to follow the other Stans. And when you get big, you get rid of them. You get rid of them after that. It's over with.
I open up our Instagram and the first thing I see is Pro Wrestling Simp, and I'm like, what is this?
I don't look at that. I don't look at that stuff. It's a business decision because that guy promotes us, and then when we don't need him anymore, we toss him aside. That's what happens.
Yeah, well, we got go so fucking slap it on a t-shirt and continue to use the move forehead.
Unprettier.
This guy just say fucking forehead.
What?
This guy say forehead.
Yes, I did.
You think I fucking wouldn't catch that? You think nobody on this program would catch that? But I did. For weird.
You almost didn't.
For weird.
Let's be honest. You almost didn't.
Weird champ. This is what we resort to here.
All right. Next up.
Unbelievable. Five head.
Next up, we have.
Why people happy? Pagu. Weird champ. Weird. Forehead.
Oh god.
Franker faces.
Oh.
Wowie. Why people sad. What else?
Look at how red my face is.
What else we got? Let me go on Twitch right quick. Okay.
Why?
Why do people happy? KW, LOLW, XQCL.
All right. The Acclaim promo now. You were backstage.
Okay.
They're just like, yo, It's not gonna be a triple. It's not gonna be a
Yo,
normal.
dude, we're gonna do a fatal 4-way poggers, bro. Thanks for the fucking
God,
bits.
Fuck, damn it! Jump off a roof.
Well, they just lost Gunther, so I don't know how that is gonna survive. But what's it called?
Nice.
But the Third Reich faction. That's the Imperium's gonna turn to the Third Reich now. But he posted a picture on Twitter with Sean Dean. He's got his castle. It says "Justice" on it. And then somebody says Hook is some fucking girl says on Twitter, Hook is what? Stokely, I hate your ball ass so much. And then Big Stoke on Twitter goes, wow, Hook will pay for his crimes. It was confirmed that there was a forearm fracture.
I'm hoping Discord is talking. Hopefully, it's who the fuck knows. It's Sunday,
Somebody got it there.
guys. Okay, I see it popping up, man. It's Sunday, guys. You know what that means. It is now time for your 4th dose of the Pro Wrestling Injection right here on the Sports Hit List. On the Sports Hit List. I'm so used to doing that in my head. It's always just lingering back there.
That's twice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is the Pro Wrestling Injection right here on the Pro Wrestling Injection YouTube and Twitch. As always, I'm here joined by my illustrious panel of co-hosts, making his return after a hiatus from the Collision post show, the goon himself, Christian, and to my right, joined from yesterday, he was the fan favorite, he became the fan favorite. You got Mr. Marathon. Mike, how's it going, everyone? Pulling everything
Good.
up for
Good.
Chat
Everything's
wise.
good. Did you, Christian, did you see my my big spot last night?
No,
yeah.
I
He
was knocked
both
out.
both me and him did elbow drops to he did his to the fucking couch. I threw myself at my floor.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay,
I don't think I'm gonna participate in that one.
that's fair.
Oh no, we're not asking you to participate. We're just asking if you saw it.
I think I did a little bit. I saw Mike like come out of frame, and then I was like, all right, well, okay. That was odd, but it is.
Yes.
It is
And then you just see
Welcome
me.
to the shit show. But yeah, so
times.
today we have some things to talk about. First and foremost, Adam Cole versus Filthy Tom Lawler is canceled.
Yeah, so the match is off. Tony Khan, he put out a tweet about like an hour and a half ago. He said, due to an illness, Adam Cole isn't clear tonight. Therefore, Adam Cole versus Filthy Tom Lawler match has been canceled. Despite the change tonight, will be an amazing show. So, that sucks. I mean, this guy fucking Adam Cole can't catch a break when it comes to Forbidden Door. I mean, he got hurt on that show last year, and now he's sick and he can't do it.
Yeah.
It will soon to Adam Cole. That sucks for Tom. I wish they found like a spot for him, but I mean, Tony's usually good about these type of things, so this match is probably going to happen on Dynamite, whenever.
Or even Collision.
Good. Yeah, or even Collision, just whenever. So it sucks, but it's the business, and that's Forbidden Door season, so.
Yeah. So,
Unfortunately.
as always, this is the predictions / pre-show. Up for grabs once again is the From Under the Ring, but Pro Wrestling Injection prediction Smart Mark title. This title,
We did this for Forbidden Door last year?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think we did.
We've done it for every pay-per-view.
I don't think
Besides,
we were on.
besides the Ring of Honor ones. Right.
We do them all besides Ring of Honor because.
Oh boy, I'm in jeopardy of losing my title tonight. Oh boy.
Yeah, this title has been a part of at least the Injection branding since 2020. It's been around for 4 years. Working on getting a new title for us. That way it has the proper name and everything. Because it's the corpse of my old channel. It's the title of my old channel, but I digress. So let's get into the predictions. Let's hit off with that 0 hour.
All right,
What's
so
up
the first
first?
match. So the first match on the 0 hour. We're gonna start off with the 0 hour here, which goes live at 7 o'clock So first up, we have Athena versus Billy Starks in the first round of the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Um, it's a cool matchup. We don't get to see Athena much on AEW because she's mainly just been doing Ring of Honor stuff. And Billy Starks, she I believe is under contract. She doesn't have a graphic yet, but she believes she is signed with the company. She just graduated high school, so she's like Nick Wayne in that regard.
Mhm.
But she's been 18, so that's why she's been able to make appearances on Ring of Honor and Dark and all that stuff. So yeah, but it's cool. It's a cool spot for her. Young girl. Um, she's still getting started. She's very good. I've seen her in GCW. I've seen her in Ring of Honor, AEW. She's very good. But this is an Athena win here. I mean, this is just set up for Athena to
Yep.
win this match, and I think that's a unanimous. So just moving on to
Yeah, let me.
Yep.
I do want to give reasonings. I do actually want to ask you about this since we talked about it last night on the post show. Do you think the finals are possibly Sky Blue and Willow or Sky Blue and Athena?
Yes, because they're not gonna have Ruby and Joe go to the finals 2 years in a row and lose.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be that I don't think that's a good decision. I think Joe, because I'm full on thinking Joe's gonna beat Punk.
Yeah.
Punk has
I
never
hope
beaten
so.
Joe. Punk has never beaten Joe, and I hope they keep it that way. And I don't think Joe's winning. I think Ricky's winning.
Yeah, no, that's what we all predicted
So
as
if you
well.
want to have the finals again for the second year in a row with Ruby and Joe, and they both lose, I don't think that's wise. So yeah, so I think the finals it's either going to be Sky Blue Willow because they've been like a team as of late, or Sky Blue Athena. So it depends.
And then like the finals are going to be Punk and not Punk, Joe and Starks.
Joe and Starks, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Anyway,
I'm glad
I
that
wouldn't
we agreed on that.
wouldn't be surprised if they have Hobbs go to the final just because of where Ricky is
I think
with the story.
Well, I think the last night's match was a telltale sign of Ricky got pinned. He
Hmm.
got pinned in that match, and I think that's the reason for that was because he's winning the tournament. I
Makes
think
sense.
that's why they pinned him, and not any Dax or Cash. But anyway, next up, we have another 0 hour match. We have Stu Grayson versus El Fantasmo. This one should be
ELP.
a great match. Two French Canadian wrestlers who debuted in the same year, been wrestling for the same amount of time. Two hard hitting guys who know how to work, know how to go. This is a this is a sleeper match on the entire show. These two guys could come out here and kill it.
100% agree.
But
100%.
very, very, very excited for this one. I am going to go with El Fantasmo because he's receiving a push as a new babyface in New Japan now. He's right out of the Bullet Club. I don't think he's going to be joining Bullet Club Gold because he's going to stay in New Japan, and he's getting a big babyface push against David Finlay and them, and he's probably going to start teaming up with the Tongans, Hikuleo, Tamatonga, and Tangaloa. Of all men who have been wronged by David Finlay in New Japan. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with ELP.
I agree with that. I think I don't see Stu going over here because there's not much for Stu to even get out of this.
I mean, there could be interference because Stu is technically a heel. He's now with the Righteous. He's with Dutch and Vincent on Ring of Honor now. He's been feuding with the Dark Order.
Mm.
So I don't know if there could be interference from the Righteous in this match. But yeah, I'm gonna go with El Fantasma here.
Same.
Yeah, Christian, you just gave me my reasoning, so clean sweep.
So next up, we have the Mogul Embassy, Swerve Strickland, Bishop Khan, Toa Leona, and Brian Cage versus Chaos, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, and El Desperado, who is not in Chaos. But El Desperado was in town, so might as well put him on the show.
Yeah.
And I love Despy. Despy's literally one of my favorite New Japan guys, top 10 at least. I mean, he's one of my favorites. He guy's a jack of all trades. He's amazing. But I can't. And last year at Forbidden Door was Keith Lee and Swerve versus Despy and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. So I don't know if Nobu and Doki are gonna accompany him to the ring. We'll see. But for me, this should be a great match. A little 8-man tag here, but I'm gonna go with the Mogul Embassy. Mogul Embassy. I mean, Swerve is getting a big push right now. They've been booked very strong, and I mean, I think the Mogul Embassy is just a lot more important than Chaos right now.
Oh, I agree. I don't like. I do think this will probably be a very close match. There'll probably be like a very decent near fall, but I think Chuck takes the pinfall here.
Yeah, I mean
That's
Chuck.
like
I mean, this match was announced. But then Chuck and Brian Cage were just added a couple hours ago.
I think that's
So
probably due to just to fix up the missing two people. So take missing two people, add two people.
by the way, the stage and the set for Forbidden Door is the same as the Collision one
I
because they were in the
figured.
same arena. But yeah. So is that everyone's thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Mogul Embassy on my end.
Same, because Swerve is just coming off the Battle Royal loss and the International Championship loss, so I think they give him a win here.
Yeah. So he just lost to Tana last night, and yeah, he probably just this is a pickup win for him.
Oh, that
And
too.
yeah, and the final match on the 0 hour, which is one is, I mean, if they want to bump up any match to the main show, this is probably the one to be. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But this is a very exciting match. It's basically a New Japan match, besides Fletcher. But we have the United Empire, Kyle Fletcher, Jeff Cobb, and the making his AEW debut, TJP. So I'm very excited for that against Los Ingobernables de Japón, Shingo Takagi, and making their AEW debuts, Hiromu Takahashi, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Bushi. This should be a great match. I mean, fucking Shingo, Cobb, Fletcher, TJP, Hiromu, Bushi. I mean, these guys know how to work. And this is going to be a very fun. Very fun 6-man tag.
I'm going with the United Empire on this one. I think that's for me. I feel as though it's probably one of the better outcomes, but also like I just like United Empire, so I have a bias going into this.
Like
Mike, you?
This is a match I just don't know. I'll go United Empire. Why not?
okay.
Why
I'm
not?
probably just looking at the match. I'm probably gonna just differentiate. I'm gonna go Lij because Hiromu and Shingo. Uh, if they had like a marquee match on the show, it'd be. I mean, these are two guys who could realistically main event this show one day. Which they could already do if they booked Shingo Omega, or if they booked like Darby Hiromu, that'd be at the top of the card. So it's two bigger guys. I mean, um, United Empire. I mean, they're all great. Everybody's great in this match. I could see United Empire winning because of Fletcher in the match. But and Bushi being there because Bushi's usually the fall guy. But I'm just gonna go with Lij because it's the first time Hiromu's been in AEW and Shingo. Um, Shingo being on the pre-show. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Lij here.
All right.
So now we get into the main card. As we said, Tom Lawler and Adam Cole is off, depending on if they give Tom Lawler a new match, like at like the fucking 25th hour.
Well, it could have been like how last year when Brian got injured and they booked Claudio against.
Well, that was I'm saying that was announced, but like that was announced that he was getting like the mystery person. But like if they give Tom a new opponent, I maybe Roddy. I don't know if he's there. But I think that match is off. They're just gonna do it on Dynamite one of these weeks. But anyway, just getting into the show. We don't really know the match order. We're not even gonna guess either. But we know the opener of the show, which is going to be for the AEW World Championship. The match between Hiroshi Tanahashi versus MJF. And this one is one of the more predictable outcomes because, come on, but this should be a very fun match. This is what I've been wanting because it's the guy who hates New Japan versus Mr. New Japan, the guy who saved it from bankruptcy. There wouldn't be a New Japan
Imagine if they had
for
just
this man.
swerve us here.
Yeah,
That would be
no
pretty funny.
chance.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no chance. But yeah,
20 Khan goes, yeah, you know what? Fine, put it on.
this is gonna be
Put it
fun.
on Tanahashi.
I mean, this is gonna be fun. Obviously Tanahashi is in the twilight of his career, and I
Oh,
mean, his
yeah.
knees are fucking blown. He's hurting, but I mean, they still should produce a good match. He produced a good match with Swerve last night. The guy could still go, but
Mhm.
this is MJF. I mean, there's no way MJF loses the title on this show to Tanahashi, especially.
Yeah.
So yeah, MJF here for everybody.
Yes.
Next up, let's just get the title matches out of the way here for the main stuff. We have Jungle Boy Jack Perry accompanied by Hook versus Sonata for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And as we just went over with MJF and Hiroshi Tanahashi, this is a clear-cut Sonata win, retention here. Sonata, I mean, MJF needed somebody to beat, and Sonata needed somebody to beat. The top champions needed somebody to beat since they're not in the main event.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is Sonata here. I think this is the sleeper match on the card. I think this match is going to shock people because everyone's moaning and bitching, pissing and moaning about Jungle Boy being in the spot against Sonata. But Jungle Boy has had great matches.
Do we
And,
think we get the Jungle Boy turn tonight?
No, I think we get a seed of it.
Hmm.
I think we get the first major tease of it because we've only gotten little hints. I think we
Yeah.
get the first major tease. Like I think he wants maybe like Hook to try to help him cheat, and Hook won't do it, and then that plays into the finish. But yeah, I'm going with Sonata here.
Okay. I as well. I think this is a unanimous one.
Bean sweep.
I
Yep.
think a lot of the titles are going to be obvious ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After this, it really after this next match I'm about to talk about, I actually there's probably a well discussion for a lot of them. But
Yeah.
next up we have is it for okay, it is for so it's for the AEW Women's World Championship. We have Toni Storm versus the New Japan Strong Openweight Women's Champion Willow Nightingale. And this match was most likely going to be Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm. It's because I mean,
or
it's
even
funny.
Jamie Hayter.
I was about to say, it's funny if you think about it. This match here is with both women who probably shouldn't be champion right now if it wasn't for injury, because
Mhm.
Jamie is banged up and Mercedes broke her ankle. So, but hey, it's the best case scenario in this type of situation. But yeah, it was probably supposed to be Mercedes, which that would have been crazy. I don't really count out the possibility of seeing her tonight. After this match, not doing a run in, not really getting physical, but I could see her coming out on the stage and
Yeah.
just pointing at Willow and like teasing the rematch, and that would be big.
Well, isn't Willow's supposed to be fighting another Japanese wrestler? I forgot his-
Julia?
Yeah.
So at the Stardom show today, Julia, who is one of the most renowned talents in Stardom, she just lost the World of Stardom Championship, which is the top championship to Tam Nakano at their All Star Queendom show, which is the last show that Mercedes was on. But I mean, Julia I mean, she is raved about. I mean, she's top 3 women in Stardom right now. One of the best women's wrestlers in the world. I hear nothing but great things about Julia. I've seen her match. I've seen some of her matches. Just nothing but great stuff about Julia. But Julia did call out Willow Nightingale today, and everyone has been wanting and pitching for this Julia Mercedes match. But if they get, I could see them doing on one of the New Japan Strong shows or at a New Japan show in Japan. I could see Willow going over there. To wrestle Julia, and that is a big time match. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Julia took the belt off Willow, and that's how they got to the Mercedes match when she holds it until Mercedes is cleared.
Mhm.
But besides all that, she wouldn't be able to show up on this show because that event that Stardom. The reason there was no Stardom talent on the show because that event was today,
Yeah.
earlier today. Yeah, but anyway, Toni Storm is picking up the victory here.
Mhm.
She's taking that belt all the way into Wembley until she gets beat by Jamie Hayter there. But yeah, this is a Toni Storm victory.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a clean sweep for that one. I think that's the last of the title matches, right?
No. So
No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
so
The
so
international.
we have a couple more title matches left, which we're gonna save those for a little bit. But next up, we have a 6-man tag match, a trios match here between Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Sting, Darby Allin, and the partner that was revealed last night on Collision, Tetsuya Naito, which I was very, very happy about. I knew that on Wednesday when he said an enemy of his past. I'm like, all right, so it can't be Tanahashi, it can't be Omega, it can't be Okada, it's fucking not gonna be Evil, and it can't be who am I missing? Okada, Tanahashi, Omega, Evil. Okay, yeah, it was just those four because he wrestled Naito twice, in New Japan,
Okay, one.
and
I
Naito was the only option.
Well, see, I saw that. Then also, you had like the way that Darby worded it, saying he didn't specifically say Japan. He said someone from your past.
Yeah,
So that's what
they
perked
cleared it
up
up on Rampage.
ears
They
of
cleared
a
it
lot
up
of
on
people.
Rampage.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was built for Tetsuya Naito. So I mean, I'm very excited for this because Naito wasn't on the card last year, and Naito is a big star in New Japan. Probably the biggest anti-hero tweener maybe in the wrestling business.
They love
But yeah,
Naito.
but this is gonna be great. I am extremely excited for this match. I am going with Sting, Darby, and Naito for the victory here because this continues the storyline to Wembley. And last year, this team of Suzuki, Jericho, and Sammy did pick up the victory, and I don't think they're gonna get two in a row here.
In
But yeah, I'm
the
gonna go with them.
in the
Sting, Darby, and
matches
Naito.
in the matches that Jericho had with Naito, did Jericho win those?
They will both win a piece.
Both one apiece. Okay.
So Jericho, I believe, um, I'm just gonna fact check here because Naito did take the Intercontinental title off
Yeah,
Jericho.
I just want to be clear because I wanted to go off by who won the last match, and then I could clarify into going into this one.
Let me just.
So, because I believe Naito won the last match, right?
Let me just see. Tetsuya Naito Chris Jericho matches. Here we go. Jericho versus Naito. There's a no DQ one. You got it amongst yourselves. I just gotta fact check this.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna post our links in
Oh,
the channel for things.
Okay.
While you two are doing that, I might as well give my prediction. I am also on, Team Sting, Darby, and Naito because obviously the story going on between Sammy and Jericho. So at least I think this is pretty obvious. I could be totally wrong, but been wrong before.
I don't know why it's making me so hard to find this because yeah. So Tetsuya Naito, I know he did beat Jericho for the Intercontinental title, once, and I think this is what happened. Yeah, so Naito lost to Jericho on they had a no DQ match. Yes, that's what it was. So Naito lost to Jericho the first match. They had a no DQ match. Jericho won, and then Naito won his title back from Jericho on their second match. So yeah, they won a piece. I remember that. Yeah, now.
Okay, yeah. So Jericho won the last one. Yes. Then I'm going with Sting, Darby, and Naito.
Mike, Sting, Darby, and Naito.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
clean sweep
All
as
right,
well.
So next up, we have the another Owen Hart tournament opening match. We have Satoshi Kojima versus CM Punk. So CM Punk is on the show. There was some drama going into this matchup, thinking maybe it was going to be Kenta or something like that, but then Kenta pulled out. So, but all that to the side, this
The
should be
bag
great.
wasn't big enough.
Kojima's old. He's 52, but he still can go. I mean, he had some great matches with Osprey last 2 years ago. No DQ matches that were too, and Kojima could still go even at his age. He's very much older now, but yeah, this is a CM Punk victory here. I love Kojima's promo package. I'm going to kill you, you idiot. That was fantastic. He claimed he didn't say that. I'm like, yeah. And it was a mistranslation, but I'm like, no, don't say that. You say I'm gonna kill you, idiot.
I'm almost positive he said that. I'm 99.9%.
No. I'm
sure.
saying I'm saying on Twitter that he put us to the screenshot. Like, I never said such a thing. Like, I didn't say this.
No. Like, I'm going off by my very little knowledge of Japanese. I'm like 99.999% sure he didn't say that in the vignette.
What do you say on Twitter? He says, "I'm going to kill you, idiot." He says, "I never said such a cruel word. Cruel word. I'm a kind man. Believe me." So
Just a good
jury's-
guy, just a happy guy.
So the jury's out on Kojima right there. But this is a CM Punk victory.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not losing. He's about to. I mean, I do
German
think
chef
Punk.
this
I do think Punk is losing to Joe. So I don't think they're gonna have him lose to Kojima here, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Punk.
All right. I think that's unanimous Punk as well.
Yeah. All right. So next up we have the AEW International Championship Fatal 4-Way. We have Daniel Garcia versus Orange Cassidy versus Katsuyori Shibata versus Zack Sabre Jr. All of these men in this championship match have titles except Garcia. Orange has the International, Shibata has the Pure, Ring of Honor Pure, and Zack has the New Japan Television. We went over this. We've had this debate many times. I'm going with Orange Cassidy. The only way he could lose here is if he's pinned or submitted. But I'm going with Orange Cassidy to retain because I think there's a bigger picture for Orange Cassidy on the way, and that has to do with either Jay White or Konosuke Takeshita. And who's the biggest heel besides MJF and Christian Cage right now? Takeshita and Jay White. And if you want to elevate those two heels, I don't think
Jay White is.
Well, I'm saying he's going to be with this Punk angle, because he's definitely in bed with Punk. He's going to be doing this Punk angle
After
and
the Joe stuff.
Yeah, and I think he's going to focus on that. So I think Takeshita after this could like be a fucking asshole and be like he beats the most beloved guy in the company, Orange Cassidy, for that title. And I always said back months ago, like Takeshita would be a prime candidate for the international title. But yeah, I'm going Orange Cassidy for a retention here. He should not be beaten without being pinned or submitted.
I've been batting this idea back and forth, hearing everything you guys have been telling me. I agree, but then I have like ideas of like, okay, but there could be trying to do something now with the fact that he doesn't get pinned, and then that's a story going into it. And then we also have the notion of Miro is probably going to go after that title after his promo last night. There's like so many like situations and ideas going into everything that it's just so fucking hard to understand.
That's the thing also here. I mean, this is like a multiple choice question here. I immediately you can eliminate Shibata and you can eliminate Zack.
Yeah.
They're not winning the title. Shibata is gonna stay in Ring of Honor and do his thing there. Zack's going into the G1. He's already has a feud with Samoa Joe going on. They're not winning. Garcia is the only probable person who could beat Orange here because Garcia, number one, already wrestled him, was very close to beating him. But I don't think he's going to do it. I think Garcia. It's either I think Garcia or Shibata has taken the fall here. If it was up to me, I really don't know who I would choose. I just because I don't know if they want to pin Shibata like that but Garcia kind of needs something. So I probably should pin Shibata, but like even if they want to save it till Wednesday, if they want to have some fucking chicanery go on in this match where Garcia gets fucked and they have to do Garcia versus Orange Cassidy on Dynamite on Wednesday. I'd rather have Garcia win the belt there on Dynamite decisively instead of some fucking fucked finish where he ends up submitting Shibata or something like that. But yeah, I'm going Orange here. I really am steadfast on this belief that he should not be a run of this caliber with this many defenses and this long should not be pissed away due to an angle. they want to shoot of him not being pinned or submitted or nothing like that. I think there's men that do need something, and there's men in this company that would benefit from pinning Orange Cassidy and how protected Orange is. So we'll see
I,
how that goes.
I'll go with Orange Cassidy. I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'll go with Orange Cassidy.
You never regret that, Zach.
I
Don't
will
ever regret that.
If Orange
Even if you're
Cassidy,
wrong, you shouldn't regret it.
If Orange Cassidy fucking loses tonight, I'm gonna be so pissed because you guys talked me into this decision.
And it's
You're
not like I'm sad about, it's not like I'm against him losing tonight. I'm not. I'm just against him not being pinned or submitted. If they go in there and Zach ties this guy into a fucking pretzel and beats him, and he taps out, I'm completely fine with that because he was pinned or submitted. It was him. It was him. It wasn't no bullshit where somebody else got lost for him. Like if he gets beat, pinned or submitted, I'll be completely fine with that.
That's the thing, because like that's what I keep running around in my head, that it could be that. Then I just don't fucking know. I legit just don't fucking know.
Anyway, so I'm going Orange Cassidy either because of literally everything that Christian laid out, because me and him share the same exact thoughts on this. So, yeah.
Like I said, I'm going for Orange Cassidy, and I'm gonna regret it, I feel.
We'll see. So next up we have the 10-man tag between the Blackpool Combat Club, Shota Umino, and Konosuke Takeshita versus the Elite. Well, kind of the Elite, the Hung Bucks version of the Elite. We have the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, Eddie Kingston, and Tomohiro Ishii. So this should be a very exciting match. This is actually one of the harder matches to call, in my opinion. Both teams have been feuding for months now. Both have traded victories, so it's not like any of them need a victory desperately or are in trouble by losing. But I'm going to go with just my quick prediction here. I'm going to go with the Blackpool Combat Club, but not with any of the Blackpool Combat Club members winning the match. I think Takeshita is going to win the match for the team. I think he's going to pin one of the members of the Elite, or just of the team. I think I think that's the main goal of this match. Get Takeshita, well, he already is over, but get Takeshita over and get him in a better spot than he is. I think all this match the person who should come out of it looking the best is Takeshita.
I'm gonna picking the Elite on this one. I had Blackpool Combat Club down, but also I wanted to make once again going for the title interesting, so that way it just doesn't fucking end in a tie and then just immediately goes back to the person holding it. I'm going with the Elite. I have my reasonings for it. I think with the Elite itself, even if like you can have it, like even like Takeshita take the pin, and that makes Don Callis like, I thought you were the guy.
Oh,
come on.
Oh no, I would not do that now.
And then you start building more anger, more aggression of Takeshita to prove that he is the guy to Don Callis.
No, I wouldn't do that now. I wouldn't pin him at all.
I wouldn't pin who?
Takeshita. I wouldn't have him lose for a long time. Because what this should be, he needs to be getting prepped and ready for a singles match with Omega. And he needs to be believable enough to be able to beat Omega. So I don't think he should be losing anytime soon. Like they could lose this match without him being pinned. I mean, that's fine. But like Takeshita being pinned or submitted, fuck no, because he's getting ready for a match with Omega.
I'm giving my reasoning as you can push this towards a notion of Don Callis is like he wants to push him to be more aggressive. That's my only like reasoning.
That was my thing, because he's already been more aggressive.
Well, if you want to like push it over the top, if you want to like really like drill,
I just would not do anything to have this guy lose until he gets to Omega, because I'm not even convinced he's gonna lose that match. I could see him very well beating Omega.
Yeah, I could see him beating Omega too, but I just gave my reasoning of pushing a more like hard and aggressive version, and then go at it that way.
We'll see, because I mean, obviously, I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. But the members of Don's family that he's been teasing, there's that to look forward to. But yeah, Takeshita, I think he should be, even if there's gonna be more people in that faction. I think Takeshita should be the sole, not leader, but like the main guy that is gonna be built up to be like a future world champion within that group, within the company. So yeah, it's
You
I
got
wouldn't be
Mike.
doing that to Takeshita. Yeah.
I was kind of debating back and forth between this, and then I remembered like the storyline that Don Callis has been going on with lately, especially after Jericho's podcast, where he just says the elite are nothing without Omega. And I have a feeling they're going to continue that storyline tonight because the BCC is all on the same page. The elite, everybody on that fucking team is literally not on the same page. So I'll just go Blackpool Combat Club.
All right, side note, I forgot to mention, the TD Garden is going to be the home for Blood and Guts.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
So that's what, like a few months away, I think that one is. All right. But besides that, next up, what is our next
All right.
match?
So next up we have our first of the double main events of the evening for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. We have the rematch to the Wrestle Kingdom double main event, match of the year in many people's opinion, including mine.
Same.
We have the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. This should be one of the. I mean, this is number 2. Um, in my opinion, they still have had the best match of the year so far. One of the greatest matches I've ever seen at Wrestle Kingdom this year. The only thing that comes close to it this year is Danielson MJF. But this is gonna be insane. This match is gonna be insane. I can't wait. Omega and Osprey. My favorite thing about this show is that the two hardest matches to call is the double main event.
Oh,
They
yeah.
could Any of these 4 guys involved in this double main can have a reason and have some sort of outlook for them to win. But there's a lot of factors going into this match. Number 1 is Don Callis. Don Callis was trying to recruit. I mean, he's been trying to recruit Osprey for months now.
Even during like the Wrestle Kingdom,
Yeah, I mean, he was on commentary for the Omega Osprey match, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's on commentary for this match again. But Osprey, I could very well see him joining up with Don Callis and doing some sort of stuff like that. I think that's gonna play a factor into this match. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be like a fucked finish or something like that, but I do see Don playing a part in this match, somehow or some way, which brings the title back to Will Ospreay. I'm going with Will Ospreay for weeks. I was pretty much on thinking that Kenny was gonna win and retain, but if they get Ospreay, if Ospreay defeats Omega, he wins back the title. That means they could do match number 3. That means they'll be one apiece. And I don't know if it's I mean, I don't think it's 50-50 booking because it's 2 companies here. But I could see them doing a Wembley match, number 3. Number 3 at Wembley, because we all know, and it's been confirmed that Osprey is going to be on the Wembley show. So
yeah,
Omega
that's a dead
Osprey
ringer.
3, Omega Osprey 3, in Wembley. The rubber match, I could very well see that happening. I don't know if that will happen because Osprey doing 2 gigantic matches in a very, very short time span. He's gonna have Shingo, I think, a day or 2 before. So I mean, but Osprey's no stranger to stuff like that. So I'm not really sure where they're gonna go here, but I'm going to go with Will Osprey. He could take that title into the G1. He could defend it more than Omega has. So yeah, I'm going with Osprey here.
Mike, who do you got? I'll go last on this one.
I have Will Ospreay as well, and I will keep my reasoning short and simple. As soon as Omega won at Wrestle Kingdom, I was just like, that's it. Ospreay's winning the next match. He's taking the title in the rematch.
So
That's it.
I have Kenny Omega. I think you have Kenny Omega still retain here, and you finish off this trilogy at Wembley with Will Ospreay winning in his home.
I could see that. That was another thing I was thinking about. Also, the reason I was on with Kenny Omega for a long time was just thinking back of the booking of Omega Okada, because Kenny didn't win until the third match. So Kenny lost to Okada in their first match. They went to a time limit draw in number 2. Number 3, he beat him in the G1.
God,
And
imagine
then
if this match goes 60.
and then
Fuck.
the fourth match, Kenny ended up beating him in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the title. I could see them doing something where Omega wins again. Ospreay is so fucking distraught and out of it. But Omega would win, and then they do Wembley, and then Ospreay would finally win. But I could also see what I'm thinking is Ospreay wins, and then he wins again at Wembley. If they're doing that match, and like, maybe they do Takeshita and Omega at Wembley.
I don't see them doing that at Wembley. I see that more like maybe like a Revolution or a Full Gear type.
If that's gonna happen,
match.
I could see that.
Or
I
even
could see
All Out.
it's either gonna, I'm gonna say either All Out or Wembley. I think that it might come time for that after Blood and Guts. But
Yeah.
but and this could go either way. This really could go either way.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with your guys' take on could Omega lose here. I completely see both sides of the coin. It's just that with I see Omega, like you could probably even mirror the Okada storyline. Maybe have like this match, pending on how long everything is. This goes into a 6-minute draw.
The one thing I forgot to mention about this though that I was thinking of is that Ospreay is in the G1, and in my opinion, I think he's winning. I think I am fully in the belief that probably Ospreay maybe is one of the top contenders, maybe top 3. I think he is the most likely contender to win the G1. If they want to have him win this belt back and win the G1, he could lose it before he gets to Wrestle Kingdom and then go for challenge for the world title. Or they could do Omega could win. They don't have that match, and he could go to win the G1, and then he'll be freed up. He could go win the world title, but that's in January, so that's a whiles away. So anything could happen here. But I think
we could get
Billy
Billy Two
he could win.
Belts going into.
I'm about to say he could win the G1 with the United States Championship. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
I think you have him win at Wembley. I think you have him win that title back at Wembley.
I think there's no go
into the finals or go into go into the finals as the US champ.
Yeah.
And then go into I just go into Wrestle Kingdom as Billy Two Belts at the end of it.
Maybe, yeah. Listen, there's no bad option here.
Yeah, there's not.
No.
That's the best thing about this. There's no bad option. You got, in my opinion, the 2 best wrestlers in the world. Well, 2 of the 4 who are in this fucking
2 of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Colossal fucking double main event. But so Ospreay, Omega, and now getting to the main event, which is the biggest dream match that anybody could possibly imagine. The match deciding who will probably go down as the greatest Japanese wrestler of all time versus the greatest American wrestler of all time.
Mm-hmm.
A match that is very, very hard to call. A match that has been dreamt about by fans of everywhere. This was probably everybody's most wanted match since Bryan left WWE. And it's going to be a test of both men and who's the best. And this is just an insane match. When this match got announced, it went viral. I mean, this is the match that everyone wanted to see. Danielson wasn't even on the show last year. But this is it. This is what I've been saying. I've been calling it the holy grail of dream matches, because you're not going to find one bigger than this. and that is Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, versus the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, in a fucking main event grudge match. AEW versus New Japan. Both men legends, living legends. Both men, one of the greatest, two of the greatest champions of all time, two of the greatest wrestlers of all time, and this match has been long awaited. Extremely high expectations. But this is it. This is the one that everybody's been wanting, and it's finally It's finally happening. We're finally getting it. And I've been torn between these two men. I still really don't have a decision, but yeah,
Do you want to
very,
save
very
you
exciting
for
match.
last? Then?
Yeah.
So, I just thought about this and just popped into my brain now. I want Okada to win, so I'm going with Okada here. Bryan Danielson and Okada at Wrestle Kingdom for match number 2.
Mhm.
That's like
Maybe.
I'm locking in Okada. I think like at this point you have because Bryan's gonna be gone for a bit after this because he's reportedly banged up. So I think
I
he's
don't think so.
he's reportedly banged up. So keep that in mind.
That was after
The Iron Man match.
Revolution.
No,
yeah.
no, that was going into this.
No. There was. I remember that report.
Hold on.
Because that's why he was off screen for
Hold on.
a little bit before he came
Hold
back
on.
and turned heel.
Yeah, I feel like he hasn't wrestled since.
Hold on.
And plus, when's Blood and Guts?
I don't know. I only saw that it was.
Let me
at
look on the
TD
website.
Garden.
So if it's at the TD Garden,
Uh,
then that would mean Blood and Guts is Edmonton.
I could have easily looked this up on
Blood and
Ticketmaster.
Blood and Guts is July 19th, so he wouldn't really have much of a time off. And plus, he didn't even wrestle.
He
hasn't wrestled. Brian hasn't
this
wrestled
was
since
two-
Anarchy in the Arena.
This was from Fightful 2 days ago. Bryan Danielson has been banged up as of late, and there's been some and there were some spots limited in his AEW Double or Nothing Anarchy in the Arena match as a
Oh
result.
yeah. So it's been before that. So
he could be very slightly.
It's been before that. So and listen, he hasn't wrestled since Double or Nothing. July 19th is apparently Blood and Guts. He'll be all right.
Nate, no.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to take off of work that night,
Nate,
which I will
no,
gladly
the
do.
pay-per-view will not be played here. This is just the pre-show for us. We are the Pro Wrestling Injection.
That's
We
the-
just talk about the show beforehand. You guys
against
watch
the
it on your
law.
own devices. I have too much self-respect for myself and my peers to even give that show out for free. There's a bunch of alternative links. You can find it. Hell, if you're in a Discord with a bunch of wrestling fans, someone's probably streaming it there.
I already paid for it, so
Yeah, same. So
Sure
yeah,
you did,
but
Mike.
back to the
I
match.
paid for it, right?
no. I mean, I legit
Oh.
paid for it,
I
like
thought-
on the cable box.
I thought you.
No, because last time I tried to hook up my computer via the HDMI cable, something must be up with my adapter because it just was not working. So I was just like, I'm having a couple people over. I'll order it on the TV.
Yeah, back to the
Plus,
main
I'm
event
buying you
here.
your shirt, so shut it.
Back to
Yeah,
the
'cause
main
I
event
bought you
here.
all these pay-per-views.
We have. So Mike, you gave your prediction.
No, I did not actually.
Here we go.
I think I'm gonna go with Okada.
Bastard.
I don't really have a huge bullet points or bullet point list of reasoning. I just think that they have this story going on in New Japan with Ospreay and Okada, and I just think while there should be a rematch with Danielson Okada at some point, I think the Wrestle Kingdom match, the main event next year, is going to be a rematch again of Ospreay and Okada.
I don't see that happening.
I don't watch New Japan, so you
Well,
guys would.
I mean, Ospreay and Okada has been a story for years. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised. We're getting it in the G1.
Yeah.
We're guaranteed.
Oh
to
wait,
get
are
it
they in the
G1.
same block?
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
No,
Never mind then.
no, not even, because that has happened many times before, where two guys were in the same block and then they ended up main eventing Wrestle Kingdom. But yeah, I could very well see that because that story is never over, and it's been going on for years. But I was thinking about Okada for a very, very long time, and I was thinking about Brian. They could do another match where Okada wins in his own country, but I'm gonna go with Kazuchika Okada. I think Danielson would want to put him over. I think Okada is gonna win here. I I was thinking about Brian because they want to keep him strong for the Blackpool Combat Club stuff, and I mean Okada could get his win back when Danielson goes to Japan. But I could see Okada winning here. Um, and I'm just gonna go with Okada. But the last thing I want to talk about before we finish up here is that there was talk about what match was going to close out the show, but it was confirmed to be this. But I could see Okada after this match getting circled by the Blackpool Combat Club and getting jumped or some way, and the Elite coming down to save him.
Do we
And that
think we get Kota?
Enter Kota Ibushi. I think Kota Ibushi would be. I think this would be the perfect place to debut Kota Ibushi tonight. You can go off the air with him and fucking Kenny looking at each other. If they don't have to do it tonight, and it wouldn't take away anything. But I can very much
have they confirmed?
Today.
Have they confirmed which match is the main event?
Yes, Okada Danielson.
Okay. Hold on.
It would make more sense after Omega fucking
you just fucking
Ospreay, but
blew my mind for a second.
Yeah,
Christian.
Ibushi, Omega. Yeah, I could see that.
You just blew my mind open for a moment. Same
We
scenario.
got 4 minutes though.
Same scenario, but Kenny's in the corner. Ibushi reaches his hand out, and Omega's face is what we close on. Or the hug that they embrace in.
The hug, which is one of the biggest reactions in Japanese history. And listen, people are waiting for this. Everyone wants this. This is it would be perfect because then you could start the build to Forbidden Door. You could have Ibushi wrestle against fucking Claudio on fucking Dynamite. Are you serious? You gotta get I think you can get Yuta. You can get Yuta versus fucking Ibushi. You can get Claudio Ibushi. You can get Moxley Ibushi. You can get Brian Ibushi. You can get Takeshita Ibushi.
But
yeah.
Guys, we appreciate you for tuning in for the pre-show. We had a total of 31 views this entire pre-show, probably our most viewed thing on the injection side of things. Catch us for the post-show whenever the fuck this show ends. It's gonna be a late one.
Roughly 5 to 10 minutes after.
I got 2 GamerSupps energy things here. The recommended is 1 serving size. I mean myself 2, so I'm gonna be up all night. My cat's there. She's gonna be chilling.
Nice. I have 2 Dunkin' coffees and soda in the fridge, so I think I'll be good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't do none of that caffeine bullshit, bro. Get on my level, bro. You know that? Hey.
See, I used to be able to do that,
Same.
and then college happened.
Same.
I'm out of college.
Developing a thyroid problem.
Hey.
Developing a thyroid problem happened, which makes me extremely tired. But yes, guys, we appreciate you all. We will catch you on the post show. Peace.